Hey there, friend. It's me again, Paul Walker, not the movie star. Just your friendly 80-year-old neighbor who still thinks prune juice is a party drink and flossing counts as cardio. Now sit back, would you? Because today, I'm going to tell you something that might rattle your pantry and maybe even break your heart just a little. Let's talk about 5 everyday foods. Yes, those sneaky little things you probably got sitting in your fridge or cupboard right now that are quietly speeding up the aging process, especially after you hit 60. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "Come on, Paul, don't take away my toast," just hear me out. I didn't believe it either. I used to laugh at people who said food could make you older. Ain't that what time does? I used to joke. But then, something happened. Let me take you back to when I was 65. I was still pretty spry then. Woke up every morning at 6, took walks, even danced a little at my niece's wedding. But slowly, something started to shift. My skin started to sag faster than usual. I felt tired even after sleeping 10 hours. And my memory, well, let's just say I once put peanut butter in the washing machine and my socks in the fridge. No kidding. I thought it was just part of getting older. Until I met Dr. Henson, my old buddy from the Army. He'd become a nutritionist, bald as a cue ball but sharper than a tack. We met at a reunion barbecue, and the moment he saw my plate piled with grilled sausages, soda, and white bread, he gave me a look that could sour milk. "Paul, you're aging yourself with that plate." That hit me hard. And that's when he told me about these 5 innocent-looking, everyday foods. Yes, those sneaky little things you probably got sitting in your fridge or cupboard right now that are quietly speeding up the aging process, especially after you hit 60. Now, before you roll your eyes and say, "Come on, Paul, don't take away my toast," just hear me out. I didn't believe it either. I used to laugh at people who said food could make you older. Ain't that what time does? I used to joke. But then, something happened. Let me take you back to when I was 65. I was still pretty spry then. Woke up every morning at 6, took walks, even danced a little at my niece's wedding. But slowly, something started to shift. My skin started to sag faster than usual. I felt tired even after sleeping 10 hours. And my memory, well, let's just say I once put peanut butter in the washing machine and my socks in the fridge. No kidding. I thought it was just part of getting older. Until I met Dr. Henson, my old buddy from the Army. He'd become a nutritionist, bald as a cue ball but sharper than a tack. We met at a reunion barbecue, and the moment he saw my plate piled with grilled sausages, soda, and white bread, he gave me a look that could sour milk. "Paul, you're aging yourself with that plate." That hit me hard. And that's when he told me about these 5 innocent-looking, everyday foods most of us seniors are eating without realizing they're quietly turning back our clock in reverse, making us weaker, foggier, and more prone to wrinkles, fatigue, and all that stuff we try so hard to fight. So let's break them down, friend, one by one. I'll tell you the food, what it does, and what happened when I cut it out. And between us, some of these will surprise you. 1. White bread and refined carbs, the crumbly culprit. Oh yes, that soft, fluffy white bread you've been buttering for years, it's a villain in disguise. See, refined carbs like white bread, pastries, and crackers break down quickly into sugar. That sugar spikes your insulin, and over time, it causes inflammation in the body. That means more joint pain, puffy skin, brain fog, and yes, accelerated aging. Dr. Henson called it internal rust. I was literally rusting from the inside. I used to have toast every morning with jam. Sweet, innocent breakfast, right? But after cutting it out and switching to whole grains, oats, rye, even sourdough, my energy soared. My knees stopped creaking like an old barn door. And here's the kicker. My memory improved. I remembered my daughter's birthday again. Victory! So if white bread is still your go-to, it's time to find a better buddy. 2. Processed meats, the salty sneaker. I know, bacon is sacred, and don't get me started on hot dogs, but hear me out. Processed meats like bacon, ham, sausages, deli cuts, they're packed with preservatives, nitrates, and salt. These things are known to increase the risk of cancer, heart disease, and they cause something called glycation, where sugar molecules attack proteins in your skin, leading to wrinkles and sagging. Glycation. Sounds like something from a Star Trek episode, right? Anyway, I was hooked on ham sandwiches, had them 3 times a week, but then my blood pressure went wild, and I started waking up with swollen fingers. Dr. Henson told me to drop the cold cuts. Took a while, but when I did, man, my skin cleared up, and I could bend my fingers again without sounding like a glow stick popping. Now, before we get to the final, most shocking aging culprit, let me just pause and say, if you've made it this far, you're clearly someone who cares about your health, about aging well, and about squeezing the most out of life after 60. So hey, why not take a second and like this video? Leave me a comment about which food surprised you most, and subscribe to the channel for more honest old man advice you won't get anywhere else. Seriously, it keeps this old motor running, and I'd love to hear from you. All right, friend, you ready for the last food? 5. Flavored yogurt, the sweet assassin. I used to think yogurt was the ultimate health food. Calcium, protein, good for the gut. But those little plastic cups in the store, the ones labeled strawberry banana or blueberry delight, they're packed with added sugars and artificial flavors. One little cup can have as much sugar as a donut. No joke. Worse, that sugar feeds the bad bacteria in your gut and wipes out the good guys, which means poor digestion, low immunity, and yes, accelerated aging. When I switched to plain Greek yogurt and added fresh fruit or cinnamon, huge difference. No more bloating, no more sugar crash, and my stomach, it stopped sounding like a haunted house after meals. I call flavored yogurt the sweet assassin now. Looks healthy, kills slowly. Now I know what you're thinking, friend. Paul, that's half my grocery list. I get it, I was right there with you. But don't worry, I'm not telling you to eat nothing but kale and quinoa. Just become more aware. Know what these foods are doing quietly behind the scenes. Because after 60, every bite either helps you age gracefully or speeds up the grok. And trust me, I've seen both sides. I've been the tired, swollen, forgetful guy who couldn't climb the stairs. And now, at 80, I still garden, dance, and walk 3 miles without needing an oxygen tank. All because I got smart about food. So where were we, friend? Yes, me at 80, walking 3 miles, gardening like a man on a mission, and dancing at my granddaughter's wedding like my knees were made of rubber and dreams. But don't let me sugarcoat it. Getting here wasn't all peaches and sunshine. After I cut out those 5 foods, sure, I felt better. But it wasn't overnight. There were slip-ups, days when I caved in and had a ham sandwich or a frosted donut and instantly felt like someone had poured molasses into my bloodstream. But over time, I noticed something amazing. My energy slowly came back. My skin stopped looking like an old leather couch. My thoughts got clearer, sharper, like wiping fog off a mirror. Even my eyesight improved a little. Nah, I'm not saying I turned into Superman. I still forget where I put my glasses, and sometimes I sit down and forget why I even came into the room. But hey, don't we all? What really changed, friend, was my relationship with food. I started seeing it not just as comfort or habit, but as fuel, as medicine. Every bite I took, I'd ask, is this going to keep me dancing at 90 or put me in a hospital bed at 85? And let me tell you, friend, asking yourself that one question, it's life-changing. Now let me share a little story to bring it all home. This happened when I was 77. I went to visit my old friend Walter. He's 2 years older than me and one of the sharpest guys I knew growing up. We were in the Navy together. He was funny, fast-talking, the kind of guy who could sell snow to an Eskimo. But when I saw him that day, He didn't recognize me at first. He was in a nursing home. His legs were swollen, his hands shook, and his mind, it just wasn't there anymore. Alzheimer's, they said, diabetes, high blood pressure. And guess what? When I asked his daughter what he used to eat every day, she said, lots of white bread, ham sandwiches, and those fruity yogurts he liked so much. Now, I'm not saying those foods caused it all. Life is complicated. Genes play a part. But friend, it hit me like a freight train. That could have been me. That would have been me if I hadn't made those changes back at 65. So if you're in your 60s, 70s, heck, even 80s, and you still eat those 5 foods on the regular, I'm not judging. I've been there. I loved those foods. But now, I love myself more. And let me give you something to take with you. Some little swaps that saved me from falling apart. Swap white bread for sprouted grain or rye bread, or go low carb entirely. Swap processed meats for grilled chicken, fish, or even beans. Swap soda and fruit punch for sparkling water with lemon or herbalized tea. Swap margarine for grass-fed butter, avocado, or olive oil. Swap flavored yogurts for plain Greek yogurt with real fruit or cinnamon. Simple changes, massive results. Now I know I get emotional sometimes. What can I say? I'm 80. The older you get, the leakier the eyes. But I share this with you because I want you to thrive, not just survive. I want you to keep dancing, laughing, walking without pain, remembering your kids' names and birthdays, and being the strong, wise elder your family looks up to. Because guess what, friend? Old age isn't a curse. It's a badge, a privilege, a second chance. And every bite you take either builds that future or chips away at it. I know changing your diet can feel overwhelming. Heck, the first week I gave up bacon, I was angrier than a cat in a bathtub. But I kept reminding myself, Paul, this isn't about punishment, it's about freedom. And that's what I want for you too. Freedom from fatigue, fog, pain, pills, and fear. Now let's wrap this up with a little challenge, just between us. For the next 7 days, I want you to try cutting out just 2 of the 5 foods we talked about. Start small. Maybe switch out your white bread. Maybe toss the soda, just for a week. See how you feel. Then come back to this video, leave a comment, and tell me what changed. You'll be surprised, maybe even shocked. And if nothing else, you'll be proud of yourself. I'll be proud of you too. Because no matter how old we get, it's never too late to choose a better path. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Not just for me, but for you. So you can keep getting real talk from this old man who's made every mistake in the book and lived to tell the tale. Until next time, friend, keep that heart young, keep those shoes walking, and keep that fork aiming for the foods that'll let you live long enough to tell your story. And remember, don't trust anything with glittery packaging and words like fat-free. That's code for you're gonna regret this later. Take care of yourself. You've still got years of dancing left in you. This is Paul Walker, your 80-year-old food detective and loyal friend.